Welcome back to another episode of the Canon on the Boomer Bust channel. I'm your host Terry, and today doing the season 1 review of the Mandalorian on Disney Plus. So we're going to get into a little bit of spoilers, not too much. Just kind of going to give my overall thoughts, and so if you are caught up, then you should be fine. But I won't spoil too much. But anyway, so the Mandalorian, of course, is one of the first official offshoot projects from the new Star Wars universe, especially on Disney Plus being their first one. And there was I had a lot of apprehensions about it. Actually, at first when they announced it, I did. When they announced some of the cast and who would be directing, I was more excited, and then I saw the trailer and I was really in. I'm like, okay, finally something a little more gritty, like not as popcorny, which is weird because it was coming from Disney, but I was like, hey, I'm into it. This whole Western idea. Even then, I'm just like bounty hunter. Like, I'm not one of those people that go crazy over Boba Fett. I'm much more of a fan of Jango Fett because he did stuff. And then if you played the bounty hunter game with Jango Fett back in the day, that's one of my favorite games to this day. So I'm familiar with all the stuff, all the little weapons and stuff that he has. I didn't know a whole bunch about the Mandalorians until the prequel stuff though. So, but even then, I still thought it was just that one dude. I didn't know like it was a whole clan. So anyway, I was real hyped and excited for it. So going through the season, it was a little bit of a roller coaster, to be honest with you. It started off pretty good to start off, and I'm like, okay, I'm digging this. You know, we're setting up the story. It was a lot. Everybody made a big deal because it was shorter than they expected, but I was like, okay, you know, we got 8 episodes. It's giving me something. And then it went down for me. Like, there was a string of episodes where I was just like, what are we doing right now? And everybody kept referencing the old Western movies or the old Western TV shows and episodic. And I'm just like, I didn't grow up with that. I don't even know what that means. I'm like, even if I did, I like story. That's what I'm here for. And so don't just give me all these things and then don't have episodes that tie back to the story. And for me, the biggest problem was that it just felt like the Mandalorian just had no plan. And I came into it thinking, with not necessarily an OP guy, but I thought we were going to get like, you know, the baddest dude in the planet, like the guy nobody wanted to mess with. And I get how they really made that more of a reputation thing, but then showed you that as a character, he has flaws and he's normal. And that's cool. I like it. But I much rather had I was expecting somebody that had his stuff together. And that every situation, you know, someone kind of like Batman almost, to be honest with you. But I thought that was a cool idea, like this top elite bounty hunter in the Star Wars universe that can get out of any situation and whatnot. And it wasn't always like that. Now, it got a little more like that towards the end. But, you know, in those early episodes, I was just like, man, like, he doesn't have a plan. He decides to keep Baby Yoda, but doesn't know where he's going. Like, where is he going? Like, it was so confusing. It was just like, I wouldn't say he got lucky, but he needed a lot of help to accomplish what he accomplished. And I was just like, okay, that was one of the biggest frustrating parts to me. Because at least if I knew he had an overall plan and things just messed up along the way, I could have accepted it. But we didn't know what he was trying to do for most of the season. So that's what really irked me when we was going episode to episode and I couldn't, you know, get anything new to the plot. But of course, we enjoy Baby Yoda. And really, at the end of the day, the season was about some of the interactions and chemistry. That's really what you had to hang your hat on. And these characters, I mean, of course, you got Quill, I believe is how you pronounce it. I Have Spoken by Nick Nolte. Mando, I like Mando. Baby Yoda, of course, is the sensation. I like Gina Carano's character, even though I never remember her name. I like the robot that Taika Waititi played, even though he only came back a few times. But, you know, there's a bunch of characters that really was what got you invested, and just seeing their interaction with these new people each episode, that's what kept you going along the way. And that was fun. I mean, definitely ended up having a really strong ending, because I was down for a little bit and then I went way back up towards the end as the season wrapped up. But I mean, overall for me, I just think it opens up the new part of the world to an extent, which is what everybody wants so bad, whether it's, you know, the games or the TV shows or the movies. People want to get out of the box that we've already been in. But this show did do a little bit of that, go into some familiar places, kind of placating a little bit, but still it opens up this whole idea. And really, I think without Yoda, now besides the memes, I'm talking about actual Star Wars fans, besides the memes and the toys and all that crap, actual Star Wars fans, I think without the Baby Yoda, it doesn't work as well, because we've never known, you know, since Return of the Jedi till the new movies, we never heard of another species character like Yoda. And so now there's intrigue as to how such a powerful being was around and what happened to it. And so that's a big question. Learning a little more about the Mandalorian creed, even though we didn't get deep into it, because now he's like the last Mandalorian left. But learning more about that, kind of seeing the Empire as, you know, remnants of what they were, and after they got defeated. And so a lot of interesting things to dive into. But you know what? After watching the finale, they set it up like they were going to have a season 2, which is interesting. I mean, I don't know if they were guaranteed a season 2 or what, but they really wrote this story like scratching the surface of the storytelling. And it worked out, because now I'm like salivating for season 2. But it's just interesting to think, like, did they already know they were going to have a season 2? Because they really didn't dive into much. And so, but these are the interesting questions we want to know. And so now I feel like we're expanding the universe a little more. Like, we always heard about bounty hunters. We knew about that stuff. They went back to Tatooine. We knew about that stuff. But now this whole character of Yoda, or not Yoda, but the species of Yoda and what that could mean. And then, of course, Gideon. And we trying to figure out what's his deal. So it's a lot of interesting questions that I think is going to keep people entertained. And I was really invested, man. Like, the biggest thing, like, I made my feelings known about The Rise of Skywalker. The biggest thing that got me is that, like, if you didn't see the Mandalorian new episode before you went and saw The Rise of Skywalker, and you didn't enjoy Rise of Skywalker, coming back to that episode just made you feel good. And I already saw the episode, which kind of made The Rise of Skywalker even more annoying. But I saw the episode, but afterwards I didn't have time to watch the review. So after Rise of Skywalker, I was watching reviews for The Mandalorian, and I was watching some watch-alongs and stuff, and it just felt good. Like, this show, for some reason, it feels good. I hate to use this term because it's coming so cliche, but it felt like Star Wars. It didn't feel toxic. It just felt like this is good stuff. I'm invested. That's what it is. I'm invested in this because you've told me some stuff about these characters. Whereas in the movie, it's just kind of flyby. So anyway, I want to go through each episode real quick, give a little bit of a grade. So episode 1, where we first meet him, it felt the best. Like, that was the Mandalorian I was expecting. And we all know that's before he has his, character arc. But I would definitely give that one an A-. That one felt good. Chapter 2, I love the Nick Nolte character Quill, but they take apart his ship, which was cool. But this is where you start to see him not be as really resourceful as you might have thought. But that's where we find out Baby Yoda and the powers. But I already expected that. I don't know. It was just kind of whatever to me. I didn't love it, so I definitely get that one a C+. Episode 3 is when Mandalorian comes back, and then decides he wants to keep Baby Yoda. I like this episode a whole lot because you had the Mandalorian fight at the end. You also had the Mando taking out all the stormtroopers. That was cool. But again, he got himself pinned into a situation, but it is what it is. I really like the episode. I get that one an A. Chapter 4 was when he went to the farm place. Some of this stuff just didn't make sense, but overall, it was an interesting episode, even though we never revisited that woman and everything. And they brought the AT-ATs or whatever. I forgot, there's different ones, STs, and I'm just like, okay, we didn't have to go back there. But, it was a cool idea of thinking that, local whoever picked up these old Imperial weapons and started using them. So it was okay. I give that one a B. Chapter 5. Oh my God, this episode was terrible. This is the one, like, I was not enjoying the farm one that much, and then this one really killed my momentum. Where this was such a terrible episode to me. When they went back to Tatooine, I didn't like anything about this episode. For the most part, it was so weak. It was absolutely weak. So I got to give that one a D plus. Give him a D plus. Disney Plus, get it? All right. So Chapter 6, Bill Burr and his crew. I really liked this episode, especially towards the end. It was kind of cliche early on, and you just knew they was going to double cross him. It was just, but it was some fun stuff. The action when he got loose from the thing, that was cool. Seeing the directors in the TIE Fighter, or not TIE Fighter, the X-Wings at the end, that was really cool. It was just a fun episode. Nothing too crazy, but it was a fun episode. I give it a B plus. Chapter 7. It was cool, but it was so predictable. But I did like that he went back and got Gina Carano. But the ending left you breathless, so they did a good job with that. I'm gonna give that one a B plus as well. And then the last episode, I'm gonna give it A. I really enjoyed the last episode. All around, that was good stuff. So. Anyway, I think overall, like I said, as a series, it was a success. Of course, you got the whole Baby Yoda craze, which has people watching it. I see a lot of people that aren't Star Wars people or have never even seen Star Wars that are watching The Mandalorian. They feel like they can get along with it. So that's good. I think we're expanding, and I'm excited to see what they do for season 2. Of course, I'm wondering if he's going to come back fully. I'm thinking he'll come back fully master his jetpack and be an even better Mandalorian. But maybe they'll just kind of make us go through his trials and tribulations again. But one thing, I kind of wish they age up Yoda. I kind of, or Baby Yoda. I not like Baby Groot because he's still gonna be little, but I kind of wish he's teenager Yoda next time. But we all know that they want to sell merch. They're not going to get rid of Baby Yoda. It's way too popular. But as far as the story arc goes, you go take care of him, be his father, and train him up in the way or find his people. So it just seems like a natural moment for you to age him up a little bit and say he's been training him. And can you imagine a Yoda Mandalorian? Come on, man. That's what I'm looking for. But I'm excited with whatever they end up doing with season 2. It looks like it's going to be a wild goose chase for between Gideon and them. So they probably won't age him up, but either way, I'm excited. And then we saw the helmet come off. That was crazy. Although it was a little convenient with the magic spray and all that good stuff, but whatever. It was cool. All right. So anyway, overall, as a season, I give it an A minus. I really enjoyed this season. Can't wait for next season. Go to the comment section. Let me know what you think about the season, each individual episode. What was your favorite? All that good stuff. Share it around. Get the conversation started. Thumbs up. Subscribe. And remember, if you heard it here, it's official canon.